Welcome to the video series on visualizations with the Japan Biographical Database, or JBDB. In this video, I will show you how to access the visualization tool and what the most basic visualizations look like. So let's start on the project page at jbdb.jp. We need to click on Explore the JBDB on the top right, which leads us to the database front page. Per default, it is set in Japanese, but we will switch to English right here and then click on Explore the JBDB to open the tabular view of the database. In this view, we need to open the menu again on the top right and click on Visualization Tool. This opens the settings for our visualizations. It is divided into 4 segments, so let's briefly talk about these. The first important decision is who you want to base your visualization on. We call this the seed person or seed persons to visualize. The first option, all, is self-explanatory, as it will show you all persons in the database. The next options allow you to be more specific in whose networks you are interested in. Select by name allows you to search for specific persons that you want to seed persons. This is the mode we will focus on in this video. Let's say our network of interest is that of Rai Shizu. We search for her and wait for the results to show. And here she appears, so we select her. These buttons in the middle would allow all matched persons to be selected. This is useful if you quickly want to select all people who, for example, match a certain family name. Now, after we have selected the person, Rai Shizu right here, the next segment concerns what relations the network should be based on. The default is events, which is further divided into meetings, exchanges, or all, but you can also choose to visualize kinship and non-kinship relations. We will show kinship visualizations in a later video and leave the defaults as is. Next, we can decide how persons are color-coded in the resulting network. Per default, if a person has no attached image, each person is just a colored circle. Here we can decide how the colors are determined. The default is by gender, but if we wanted to have all people with the same social status to appear with the same color, for example, we could choose status. This would allow you to quickly filter certain groups in the visualization later on. To keep it simple, however, we keep the gender selection. The last segment, labeled Further Settings, enables some useful network features. The first is Visualize Intensity of Connections. This simply means that the more two persons in a network interacted with each other, the thicker their connecting line becomes. This allows you to quickly see where the most interactions happened. The next option, Visualize Importance of Persons, means that more important persons are shown larger than less important persons. Importance is based on so-called centrality measures from graph theory, but for the moment we do not need to exactly know what this means. Let's click on this right here. So the default degree centrality should suffice. This simply means that the more connections one person has, the larger its representation in the network becomes. The next option, Add Time Slider, does exactly that. It adds an interactive element where you can filter the network by date. We allow showing the dates in a Western or a Japanese format, but for this video, we keep the Western format. The last option, Show Unconnected Nodes in Graph, cannot be selected as long as the time slider is active. In any case, its functionality is better demonstrated in another seed person selection method, which is why it will be explained in a later video. Now, with all these settings in place, let's start the visualization by clicking on Visualize. And here it is. As you can see, it is a fairly large network with over 1,000 persons, so it took a while. In the next video, I will explain everything you can see here and what you can do with the network. See you then.